Good morning, YouTubers. Mike Martins here. Mike Martin. Welcome to another special edition of Morning Coffee with Mike. I hope everyone's having a good day. I'm having a nice brown, golden tan. It's been really nice. It was 32 yesterday. It was kind of warm. Right now, it's only 21 degrees, but it's early in the morning. So I'm off. Dropped off the mail. Woke up early. Felt fresh. Took a nice, cool shower. Feel amazing, man. I feel alive. I feel like I'm part of something bigger. Anyways, guys, okay, so guy's been dead for 6 months. Or so the government thinks so. What am I talking about? Well, there was a guy over at the pharmacy that I was talking to that I had to photocopy his birth certificate, some army certificate, some big yellow certificate that says Army, Canadian Army on it. And hit this photocopy both sides and this and that. I'm like, what is going on? It's like, that's a lot of paperwork. He's like, I know, because the government thinks I've been dead for the last 6 months, so they cut my pension off. Why? It's like, oh, I don't know why. It's just they think I'm dead. Dead of what? Did somebody fill out a death? No. They just stopped sending me all my pension 6 months ago. Apparently, I've been dead for the last 6 months. So he's been going around in circles just trying to get this fixed. You have no idea what the poor guy's going through. You have no idea. I said, sir, do you want me to read over stuff for you? Maybe help you, fill out forms or anything? You could just come by my store. I got tables there. I can help you. He's like, no. I got my granddaughter that's helping me fill it all out. I'm like, okay. If you need anything, you know where I am. Oh my God. So the guy's been reported dead for 6 months. He hasn't been getting his pensions. And he said that his military pension, I think he started receiving his military pension, I think when he reached 55 or 60. I can't remember. He told me a lot of stuff. Because we were waiting in line. And they have a new lady working there, and she has no idea what she's doing. So it takes forever for anyone to get checked out of there, to send mail or receive, or it's a disaster. But hopefully she'll learn the system and move on up and do good. But anyways, let's get back to my topic. So he got, I think it was a 26-cent raise on his pension, military pension. I think it was since 99 or 2000, and that's it. He's never gotten a raise on his pension. So no one's getting raises on their pensions. Their pensions are pretty much stagnant. They're not moving. And that's why on Mike in the Night this Saturday, we need to do the death of the pension. What is happening with the pension? Do we have a pension? And I'm being really legitimate. I'm trying to be as transparent and legitimate about this as much as possible, because this is a problem. This is a huge problem of people paying into the system and not getting back enough to live. So either they have to scrap that system and let people invest their money, their own money, and either their 401ks, their RRSPs, or ESPs, or whatever they have to basically save education fund for the kids, whatever they want to save for, right? So what I want to say to you guys is that I think a lot of people are going to be, I don't know how they're going to do this. With the amount of people, we sold our jobs out, and then we sold out our housing, and then now we sold out basically everything. We sold ourselves out by artificially lowering interest rates, and when you lower interest rates, you're taking money away you're taking our money away, basically, because our money devalues. So every time they raise interest rates, they start to... every time they lower interest rates, they keep devaluating our currency. And yes, exports look good, but how many people own a massive export business from their home? I don't think so. So it's not looking good for the typical Canadian proper right now. So back in Canada 20 years ago, up until 20 years ago, all you needed was a decent job. A decent job. And you could get by. You could really get by really well. Vacations and this and that, and now, you get a job at PetSmart 25 years ago and you'd be okay. But now, you need 4 jobs at PetSmart. But The sad part is you could only be at one place at one time, right? So it's kind of scaring me. It's kind of leaving me in it's kind of leaving me in thought, like deep thought, because we lost, a lot of people have left the major cities because of affordability issues. We know this. It happened in Australia, it happened in the UK, it happened in New Zealand. I've been covering this for years, right? A lot of people are telling me, Mike, why don't you cover the New Zealand housing market? I've never heard you talk about it. I've been talking about it for years. Go back to my channel. Same thing with Australia. And yeah, we got the same problem in Australia, Mike. Go look back at my videos. I've been doing this for many years now, not 2 weeks. I've been doing this for about 7, 8 years, 9, 10 years now, actually. This summer is going to be 10 years. I've been talking about this abnormalities. And people commenting, oh, yeah, oh, yeah, who cares, man? Anyone could predict a housing crash and blah, blah, blah. All you have to do is just keep saying it's going to happen, and then eventually it will.
Hi, how can I help you?
Extra large, dark roast with 1 cream.
Sure. $2.35, thank you.
Thank you. But the abnormalities, the people enslaving themselves into debt, the people enslaving themselves. We used to save money 25 years ago, so when there was a crash, it'd be a little bit different. We have a little bit of a cushion of savings, we have a little bit of cushion of everything. We had people living in our cities back 25 years ago. Now, it's different. This crash is the abnormality of difference. This is going to be one that's going to affect every person in every English-speaking country will be affected by this. One, because they sold their jobs out to free trade and all this other crap and cheaper wages overseas. And 2, they sold out to, because the service industry isn't cutting it. Service industry, banking, all that crap doesn't cut it, okay? And that a lot of those jobs go to foreigners too. It doesn't even go to the local population unless they're desperate in small towns and they have nobody else. And that's what's happening. So it's different. This is a different one, folks. And I've been predicting this for many years. Go back and browse my channel. Hola.
Hi.
Good morning. How art thou?
Sorry?
How art thou?
Oh, good. How are you?
Good.
Thank you.
Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
So you're probably wondering, what am I going to work on a Tuesday? Well, it's summer hours. Summer hours are open on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Listing things on eBay. I hit something under my seat when I went to the pharmacy. I wanted to make sure it was still there. But they would have had to broke a window because everything was locked. Alright. So, we are in a different stance right now. We are in a huge conundrum of a difference. Everyone's saying, oh, well, why does anyone watch the Mike Martins channel? No, it's because all the underlying craps that are happening, all the underlying things that are happening that we can't put a finger on the pulse on, because we have no idea what the banks have in store when it comes to raising interest rates or playing with our futures. We have no idea what magic tricks the government has up its sleeve, you know? And when people are like, oh, yeah, you know, it's like, yo, relax, easy there. You know? Somebody called me a stupid Muppet. Like, it's like, wow, this guy must be living the dream then. You know? The rules of the channel is if somebody's going to bring me down or tell me off, they can. But they have to live in the same situation or better than I am. Because, one, I am living the dream because I'm doing what I want to do. Now, I want to do summer hours in my store because the weather's nice, we get more tourism, and I want to be open longer. That's my choice. I don't even have to have a store. You know, I got my property tax bill, okay? My property tax bill came in, and it's $1,750 for the year. Okay? I know people in Vancouver now with the raising property taxes, and they have these million dollar bungalows, and you know what they're paying? Some of them are paying $4,000, $6,000, $5,000 a year. My mom out east in Toronto is paying like $8,000 a year. She has to pay it. They advise her to pay it every 3 months, and she's like, I could just pay it yearly. She's like, no, just do it every 3 months. It's like, wow, it's like a rent. It's like paying an extra rent. My mom, you see, I wouldn't be complaining so much about my mom's situation if, let's say she had 4, 5, 6, 7 kids going to school. Fine. Then that's different. in the school, you know, you're covering all that. You're covering all the stuff that's available for the city, and if you know, libraries and all that stuff that you need to use with the child and stuff like public parks and stuff like that. And then you're using the infrastructure. But when you're paying in $8,000 a year in property tax, and both my parents in their 60s, it's like, why? So there's no balance. There's no balance given to people that do use the infrastructure versus especially people that paid their whole lives into the infrastructure. Both my parents gave their lives to this infrastructure, and they still got to pay for it through property tax, even though they're not being a burden on the tax system. Yep. But what happens when these people start moving on or immigrating to other countries, you know? A lot of people have Europe. A lot of Europeans are moving back to Europe lately. A lot of people want to move to Europe now. People don't want to deal with this whole Western. Well, Europe's part of Western, but a lot of people prefer just to go back to their own country and pay their way there. Like, why are they going to pay their way here? What's the point? Right? And it goes back to who would go out and fight for Canada. Like, I mean, I used to love Canada. Like, back in the day, oh man, this country was like A1, top notch. It was less giving, but you work hard, and everything was there, right? And then everyone pitched in to help the people that were going through a rough time and stuff, and people were there for each other. And now this whole piece of crap social media has taken us. Come on, guys. I know this guy's extremely scared. That's one thing, scared drivers. People shouldn't be so scared. Alright. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I would like to know what you guys are thinking. It's scary. Should we, okay, my question for you guys for Morning Coffee with Mike, should we scrap the whole pension thing, because there's not going to be a pension for most of us anyway? Use that pension money for us to invest in our own dividend stocks, so that you set it up with the bank, so when you get your dividends paid out, they just buy you more stock in that, so then it accumulates and builds, and before you know it, 7 years, you pretty much double your money. 8 years, because some dividend stocks are paying 7-8%, 6-5%. You make that choice, type of thing. And then if you put that money every week from every paycheck that you would have paid towards your pension, you could actually build your own wealth over time, and you kind of set up a mindset where you don't know that money's there, and you kind of ignore it as much as possible. So I don't know, guys. Let me know what you guys think. I gotta walk over to the bank and get some change. I got no change in my till. And we'll talk about this later. We gotta do the death of the pension this Saturday on Mike in the Night. We need to discuss the amount of people on pensions, and the amount of people paying into the infrastructure isn't enough. And then the people paying into the infrastructure basically won't get there. You know, it's dangerous. I'd prefer to take the chance and invest myself with that money, and that money is only, they could even set it up like a special debit card for that money only, that it needs to be invested in something, right? And then this way banks will accept that as payment, and then this way, or a direct deposit into a direct investing account where you go in every month and then decide what you want to do. Something like that I think is a lot safer. And it helps the economy, because you're investing in the local economies too when it comes to that. I don't know, guys. I'm just throwing this out there, man. Or even into a cryptocurrency. I don't know, man. I'm just throwing ideas out there. Comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. And happy Tuesday.